स्वयं कदा मह्यं ददाति च वदन्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं षड्विजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं स्वाद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादां सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांतो राधा कांतो नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे प्रभुपाद की जय। परमानंद गुरुदेव सर्वैत गौर भक्तवृंद की। So before starting, we listen a short clip of Srimad Bhakti Jaishamad Guru Maharaj about the importance of studying Srila Prabhupada's book.
The process of devotion, one gradually makes advancement. And how is that advancement become manifest? What is the guiding factor? What is the deciding factor of advancement? For hearing. The more advanced one is, he will be in hearing. But he is making a point that hearing from the self-realized soul, not just hearing from any so-called sadhus and so forth. One must hear from the right source and find the benefit. Instructions. Some or other we came across Srila Prabhupada's books. Books are also non-different from hearing from the personality. Srila Prabhupada's books is non-different from hearing from Srila. Words. Prabhupada's books, or you hear from Prabhupada's devotees. Some or other we come across Srila Prabhupada's devotees. And we get the information of another reality which we never really had before. And our whole life becomes transformed. From the mundane platform, we become situated on the spiritual platform. From one realm to another. Life changes. The desire for sense gratification disappears totally. And what happens? The eagerness to hear more and more. So Sanat Kumar is pointing out that is the indication of spiritual advancement. Advancement, the more we will become interested in hearing.
Hare Krishna. As we are eager to hear that we are advanced. So, according to Sanat Kumar, Guru Maharaj, so we are advanced devotees because we are reading Srila Prabhupada's book. So, able to continue class, there is no harm. But try. At least I will say, at least 3-4 classes, you just listen. If you are unable to adjust time, then it is. But only half an hour. Mainly we'll read from Srila Prabhupada. I am sharing Prabhupada. I'm just reading from there.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. There is a cyclone going on in Tarakesh, Bengal.
Now
So
it's
my
okay.
connection is.
Now it's okay. So the book is called The Nectar of Devotion. Actually, here Prabhupada wrote The Complete Science of Bhakti Yoga. Prabhupada wrote it in 1969, very early. So we should not be fearful that, oh, we'll finish all the books, then we'll read all these things. No, Prabhupada wrote it in the very beginning, actually. So it is very important book. His original book is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Srila Rupa Goswami. And here you can see preface, introduction, then chapter. Actually, Bhakti Rasamrita starts from the first chapter. And preface and introduction is by Srila Prabhupada. And another interesting thing, the whole Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is a Sanskrit book. All are in quotation from different scriptures to prove bhakti. What is bhakti? How to perform bhakti? How many types of bhakti? Some is composed verse and some is directly quoting from different scriptures. But amazingly, Srila Prabhupada has in this book never quoted a single verse, Sanskrit verse. Maybe Prabhupada knew that this subject matter is very difficult, and if you give Sanskrit word, then it is more difficult. That is why Prabhupada has tried to present us as simple as possible. And Prabhupada has not given this book as it is, word to word meaning and translation like that. Prabhupada has given that book with a personal understanding with little purpose. In that connection, Sri Srimad Bhakti Charasama Guru Maharaj told that what is the quality of a translator? Quality of a translator, first he should understand, then he should speak. In translator, if he does not understand, if he tries to explain, then how people will understand? So in that connection, we are seeing Srila Prabhupada is that personality, the way he explained, that means he understood perfectly after that he has presented to us. In that connection, Shishima Shivakshami Guru Maharaj told one example. Like Prabhupada's book, like half digested food. Like mother bird feed the baby bird after half digestion. So Prabhupada's books are like that. Prabhupada digested, then he has presented to us, so that we should not feel any difficulty in digestion. In the preface, you know, what is the meaning of preface? Preface means in Sanskrit is called Mukhabandha. Mukh means Amukh or Mukhabandha. It's beginning. What is that? Here try to present what is this book? What is for? Who has written? What is the purpose? So Prabhupada has written in first line, the nectar of devotion is a summary study of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. That means not, it is a direct translation of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Here it is a Bhakti Ras Amrita Sindhu, 4 words. He's saying the nectar of devotion is a summary study of Bhakti Rasamrita. 4 words, Bhakti Ras Amrita Sindhu. But Prabhupada in English only translated nectar and devotion. Nectar means Amrita and devotion means Bhakti. And Ras and Sindhu is not in the translation. Because Prabhupada wanted to make us as simple as possible so that we can understand. So, Prabhupada, which was written in Sanskrit by Sri Rupa Goswami, he was the chief of the 6 Goswamis who were the direct disciples of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When he first met Lord Chaitanya, Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada was engaged as a minister in the Mohammedan government of Bengal. Another thing, before writing this book, Prabhupada is glorifying Rupa Goswami. It is natural. When Prabhupada wrote Nectar of Instruction, the first line is started from why you should read Nectar of Instruction? Because he quoted one verse from Narottam Das Thakur. Rupa Sanatana Pade Hoiva, Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoiva Akuti, Jugala Piri. He said, if we want to understand the loving affairs of Radha and Krishna, then that loving affair only taught by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never gave any book. So he taught the Goswamis. So if we don't understand the teachings of the Goswamis, we will not understand what is loving affairs of Radha and Krishna. So that is why if we want to understand Radha Krishna's prem, then we should read the books written by the Goswamis. That is why Prabhupada, as Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, we are Rupa Naga, that is this hundreds and thousands of books written by Goswamis. But Prabhupada chose two books, Nectar of Devotion and Nectar of Instruction. So here he is giving a short description about Rupa Goswami. And when Rupa Goswami comes, Sanatana Goswami naturally that time. He and his brother Sanatan were then named Shakar Mollik and Dabir Khash respectively. And they held responsible posts as ministers of Navabhushan Shah. At that time, 500 years ago, the Hindu society was very rigid. And if a member of the Brahman caste accepted the service of a Mohammedan ruler, he was at once rejected from Brahman society. That was the position of the two brothers, Dabir Khash and Shakar Malik. Just imagine how orthodox was there. Even, just imagine, the Prime Minister and Finance Minister, they was ostracized from the Hindu community. Wow, how much powerful this. Then what about others? And what they Subudhi Rai, he was the king. Just this lota, korwa, from Hussain Shah, man just sprinkle water from his pot. And Orthodox Brahman said, no, he cannot be no more Hindu. That type of Orthodox Brahman was there. Still, somewhere people are suffering for that. And Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was saved from that type of situation. And in that situation, he made the Goswamis, these two brothers. And Haridas Thakur took birth in Javan family, he made the Namacharya. That is the Mahaprabhu's glory. These two brothers belonged to the highly situated Sharshat Brahman community, but they are ostracized due to their acceptance of ministerial post in the government of Hussain Shah. It is the grace of Lord Chaitanya, and he accepted these two exalted personalities as his disciples and raised them to the position of Goswamis, the highest position of Brahminical culture. Similarly, Lord Chaitanya accepted Haridas Thakur as his disciple, although he happened to be born in a Mohammedan family. And Lord Chaitanya later on made him the Acharya of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. You may think, oh, we know all these things. For that, why we waste time on these things? That's true, you know all these things. But try to see the mood of Prabhupada, what he wants to present and why. Why he is presenting that and which mood he is presenting. As much you try to realize, that much realization will come. With great humility, if we try to understand with the degree of humility, that understanding will come. Lord Chaitanya's principle is universal. Anyone who knows the science of Krishna and engaged in the service of the Lord will be accepted as being in a higher position than a person born in the family of a Brahmana. That is the original principle accepted by all Vedic literatures, especially by the Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam. The principle of Lord Chaitanya's movement is a movement in educating and elevating everyone to the exalted post of a Goswami. Purpose of Chaitanya's movement to make everybody Goswami. That is, it is taught in Nectar of Devotion. That is the teaching of Nectar of Devotion. What is the purpose? Now, this is this preface. Mukhabandha. Who has written? What is the purpose? And why Srila Prabhupada translating? Because his purpose is like this. Lord Chaitanya met the two brothers, the Virkhash and Shakar Malli, in a village known as Ramkeli in the district of Malda. And after that meeting, the brothers decided to retire from government job and join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shakar Malli was later to become Shakar Malli, who was later to become Rup Goswami, retired from the post and collected all the money he had accumulated during his service. It is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita that his accumulated savings in gold coins equal millions of dollars and filled a large boat. He divided the money in a very exemplary manner, which should be followed by the devotees in particular and by the humanity in general. It is nicely mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Prabhupada has quoted so many places in his writing. 50% of his accumulated wealth was distributed to the Krishna consciousness persons or movement. That time he was a person, there is no movement. Now you can give in movement. Namely the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas. 25% was distributed to relatives and 25% was kept against emergency expenditures and personal difficulties. Later on, when Davir Khash also proposed to retire, the Nawab was very much agitated and put him into jail. But Shakar Mullik, who was later to become Srila Sanatana Goswami, took advantage of his brother's personal money, which had been deposited with a village banker, and escaped from the position of Hussain Shah. In this way, both brothers joined Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We know more details from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Rupa Goswami first met Lord Chaitanya at Prayag. Here, is first met means second meeting. First meeting after this first. So many times meeting. So Rupa Goswami first met Lord Chaitanya at Prayag, Allahabad. First meeting. So after that first meet, Allahabad, and on the Dasashwamedh Ghat of that holy city, the Lord instructed him continually for 10 days. Dasashwamedh Ghat, go Prayag. There is Dasashwamedh Ghat is there in the confluence of Jamuna and Ganga, in the Ganga side. Dasashwamedh Ghat is there. The many Beni Madhav is there. And government is trying to develop, also ISKCON devotees try to develop that place. It's a wonderful place because connected with Rupa Goswami and Krishna conscious process. The Lord particularly instructed Rupa Goswami on the science of Krishna consciousness. These teachings of Lord Chaitanya to Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada are narrated in the book Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Prabhupada has nicely mentioned in that book. Teachings of Lord Chaitanya here nicely mentioned. Even the more details Prabhupada wrote, explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. in Madhulila, 19th chapter. Very nice verse. They are starting from Brahmanda Brahmite Kono Bhagavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Rajavis. Then putting to water, these sprouts. Then you should protect become as a gardener, protect them with association without them, and protect from the elephant like Vaishnava Aparad is nicely mentioned. Let us see Rupa Goswami Prabhupada elaborated the teachings of the Lord with profound knowledge of revealed scripture and authoritative reference from various Vedic literatures. Srinivas Acharya described his prayers with 6 Goswamis that they are all highly learned scholars, not only in Sanskrit, also in foreign languages, Persian and Arabian. Nana Shastra Vicharenoiko Nipuno Dharma Sangstapako Nana Dharma Vicharan Eko Nipuno, very expert. Why they did this? Sadharma Sangstapana, to establish the eternal religious principle. They very scrutinizingly studied all the Vedic scripture in order to establish the cult of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the authorized principles of Vedic knowledge. The present Krishna consciousness movement is also based on the authority of Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada. We are therefore generally known as Rupanugas, or the followers in the footsteps of Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada. It is only for our guidance that Srila Rupa Goswami prepared this book, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which is now presented in the form of the nectar of devotion. Persons engaged in the Krishna consciousness movement may take advantage of this great literature and may be very solidly situated in Krishna consciousness. If you want to situate it solidly in Krishna consciousness, that is why. Here, purpose first is to make Goswamis. What is purpose of writing Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? To make Goswamis. Here is saying to make Goswamis. And here again saying same thing, to solidly situate in Krishna consciousness. Bhakti means devotional service. Now, what is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? Here 4 points, so nicely explained. Just you may say, oh, we can read alone also. Yes, you can read alone. But when somebody drinks alcohol, he cannot enjoy by drinking alone. In the same way, you want to relish, we should read in association with devotees. So here, what is the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? A tree is known by its fruits. If you say mango tree, that means what fruit you will get from there? Mango, not jackfruit. So by knowing the name of the book is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that means 4 things are there. Bhakti is there, Rosh is there, Amrit is there, Sindhu is there. What is then all these four things? What is Bhakti? What is Rosh? What is Amrita? What is Sindhu? So we'll be unable to finish all these 4 points today. So we'll complete only Bhakti part. Bhakti means devotional service. Normally Bhakti means devotion. But Prabhupada nicely mentioned Bhakti means devotional service. Without service, there is no question of Bhakti. Every service has some attractive features. Every service has some attractive features, which drive the servitor progressively on and on. Just see why Prabhupada is attractive. The Bhakti means service. Why do service? Bhakti means service. Why do service? Yes, for serving, any attractive feature should be there. What is the attractive feature? Everyone of us within this world is perpetually engaged in some sort of service. And the impetus of the service is the pleasure we derive from it. Yes. Why do serve? Why we serve? We get some pleasure. Just imagine, I want to give one example. You came to Mayapur temple and one devotee give you one bag. And 50 kilo. And one devotee, three friends, they are saying, oh, who is the rascal? Why you give me 50 kilo? He threw it in the road and went home. And another, he didn't listen, what is there? Another friend asked, oh, what is this? He said, no, I will not take it. It will be difficult to carry. Just take it and see in your home. He great. Wow. Great difficulty. He took it and saw, wow, 50 kilo. Then how you feel? Any suffering? And another friend asked, what is this? He said, wow, it's 50 kilo gold. Don't tell anybody. 50 kilo gold is there. So how will you carry that? Wow, how fortunate I am. And the previous one has thrown his bag and he will take the 50 kilo also. He carry 100 kilo also. Because he understood what is there in the bag. And when three parents reach in place, first one, wow, mistake I have done. Second also, lemon sound. At least I have understood later. The third one, when he was coming, that time joy, after coming also joy. So that is why the person, first one, he did not know why is well carried through. That second person, we carry with suffering. But third person, not carried, he took another bag also. Why? Because he has some interest. Here, Prabhupada is mentioning that every one of us in this world perpetually in some sort of service. And the impetus for such service is the pleasure. What is the impetus? It's pleasure. Driven by affection for the wife and children, a family man works day and night. A philanthropist works in the same way for the love of the greater family, and the nationalist for the cause of his country and countrymen. That force which drives the philanthropist, the householder, and the nationalist is called rasa. Ras, or a kind of mellow relationship whose taste is very sweet. Let's try to understand the definition. So many places you need this definition. What is rasa? Rasa, a kind of mellow. We not in normal English. What is mellow? You cannot keep proper English in from one language to another language. But whose taste is very sweet. And another purpose of rasa to bind. The water binds sand, brick, cement. For making a dough, flour needs water. So rasa is called binding. Now the two words bhakti ras. What is bhakti ras? So we'll discuss that part tomorrow. So I think you will enjoy. You have read so many times this book, but when you read in association devotees, I hope you'll enjoy more. Thank you very much. Any question? 5 minutes questions. And yes, tomorrow class will be from 5:30 Indian time, but there will be exam 5 minutes before. So those who want to appear in exam, 5:25 to Five question only takes 3 minutes. So in Kahoot, we will share that in chat box. So that is why you want to appear. It's not compulsory. There is no mark also. Mark is there, but no certificate. So immediately we will get the result. And what is the discussion? We'll make some PPT and we'll share in the group important point. That is why Shuman Kubu has made one WhatsApp group. If you like, you can join that group. So without this NOD, no information will go in that group. I can give you guarantee. So only this regarding any day class will off all this type of information. Okay, thank you very much. I think nobody has any question. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nectar of devotion ki Savid Gaur Bhakti Gautami.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण महाराज धन्यवाद प्रणाम
हरे कृष्ण महाराज धन्यवाद प्रणाम
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण